Hey folks, Coach Patrick here from Endurance Nation, back with another Coach video podcast episode for you guys. We just did another internal members-only webinar on managing the transition from your out-season to your in-season. And I know there's many of you out there who are fans and training plan users who are interested in learning a little bit more about how you manage that actual growth of your fitness across the course of a year. Training with Endurance Nation usually ends up being a very unique experience for people, particularly with the out-season. The training plans are simple, they're short, the workouts are effective, there's plenty of work and then plenty of recovery. And it's easy to get into that mode and feel really good about your training and all the things you're doing in that space. But then you reach the end of the out season after 14 weeks and you look up and say, okay, wow, I've got this fitness over here now, but where do I go from here? How do I proceed with the rest of my season? What does that look like? And so I'm going to talk to you today very quickly about sort of understanding what that out-season fitness is within the context of your broader season, and then the steps you can take to move forward, okay? Now, when I think about your fitness from an out-season perspective, remember, our goals are exclusively to raise your power and pace at threshold, okay? Even if you don't use a power meter on the bike, I'm still looking at you being stronger at the end of those 14 weeks. And you can benchmark that through the week 14 tests. Now, if you haven't tested already, the function of that last week is simply just that, to get great test numbers to capture the work you've done over the last 14 weeks, okay? I'm not worried about the other workouts during that week. I'm not worried if you have to change the schedule. Great conditions for you to have a great test, okay? Now, when I think about moving forward and looking at the run test, one of the questions that people have is, on the plan it says do a 10K or a half marathon, or should I do another 5K test? Doing another 5K test is an opportunity to validate your 5K time. In our world, picking a 10K or a half marathon is part of that mental transition for us to thinking about your fitness within the context of a long course triathlon season. In other words, a test result, a run test result from a 10K is just that much more valid for us when we think about longer races like a half Ironman or an Ironman. And a half marathon is even that much more valid. So while you can't straight compare your time from a 5K to your time in a half marathon, we can look at the curve between those two and determine if they are commensurate. And that means you can look at your 5K time, say from weeks 1 and week 8, and you get a score, a VDOT score from that. Based on that VDOT score, you have a predicted time for a half marathon. I would expect you to be within 1 VDOT point of that half marathon time. So, for example, if your VDOT score is 40, which means you're going to run, and I'm making this up, a 1 hour 40-minute half marathon based off of that 5K time, I'd expect you to run about a 39 VDOT time, 1 point less. And so you do the math on a 39 VDOT, look at the predicted half marathon time, and that's about what I'd expect you to run. So we look at it along the lines of a performance curve for you. Now, as you capture your fitness at the end of the out season, you're looking at new numbers, new bike and run fitness, and you're thinking about your season and what to do now. Well, when we transition our athletes on the team from the out season to the in season, we do two very important things. First and most important thing we do is we plan a transition week. And that is 1 week of light, relatively unstructured workouts as an opportunity for you to recuperate both mentally and physically from the work that you've done in the out season. And the second thing is we pick up a focus plan. These are available only to the team, but they are bike or run focused. It's an opportunity for you to target one discipline, perhaps the discipline that fell behind during the out season, or a discipline that's commensurate with the goal race that you've picked for yourself this year. For example, if you've picked, Ironman Lake Placid, you may need to work on your bike. Or if you are, consistently falling or turning in subpar run times on the run, you may want to do a run focus block. These run anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks. An opportunity for you to focus in on that discipline as you begin to get your swim and the other discipline up to speed. Now, after that focus period of time, we transition to you into your race preparation plan. That race prep plan is essentially all the work you need to do to get ready for your race. We don't have you doing a lot of sort of traditional base work or work that I would consider people who are coming off of injury or coming off the couch need to do, simply because you've done the out season and you've transitioned. So you've done all the hard work. I'm not so worried about you going ahead and it's Coach Rich ruining my video. Thank you, Coach Rich. So as we go forward and think about the rest of your season, the fitness transition for us is equally mental as it is physical. What are the goals you need to accomplish between now and your A race in terms of your fitness? What are the demands that the A race is going to place on your body such that we need to prepare for them in training? So In the out season, we're just focused on raising power and pace the threshold, make you strong, 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 irregardless of distance, although endurance does pretty much take care of itself. In season, now you have a race that's setting demands on you. So it's not internally focused, it's externally focused on you, and you have to adapt your training and your preparation such that you can prepare for that race. So as you're making this leap from your out-season training plan to your in-season training plan, take a good hard look at what you've accomplished in terms of your fitness, use those numbers with an eye towards your big race for the season, and say, okay, what are the other steps that I need to take between now and my A race to make sure that I have optimal fitness and the right toolkit, essentially, to have the day that I want to have. That part, that negotiating part, that is the hardest part of being a self-coached triathlete. It's what we do every day inside the team, and we can help you out as well. If you're not on the team, you can find us over on Facebook at facebook.com/Endurance Nation, or over on Twitter as well at twitter.com/TeamEN. We're there to help you guys out and answer your questions. You can also come and check us out at any one of our national series of age group seminars, or any one of our training camps as well. All those are available online at endurancestation.us/camps. This is Coach Patrick signing off. I look forward to hearing from you about your plans for the race prep season as we make the move into the longer course racing. Have a great week, everyone. See you guys.